Okay, today is Saturday, February 8th, 2025, and the title of this video is just going to be Banned Again. So I'm going to start off by just documenting what happened for the sake of historical accuracy, and then who knows what I'm going to say. I'm just going to express how I feel about this. So yeah, so here's what happened. I don't know who's gonna watch this video. It doesn't matter. Here's what happened. So I attended the same event on Thursday night 2 days ago, February 6th, 2025, that I've been attending every Thursday for a year and a half now, or something like that. It's a Super Smash Bros. Melee event. It's a tournament. I go there every Thursday to participate and play a video game that I like to play. That's what I like to do on Thursday nights. So, without retreading ground I've already tread on this channel, I've had some issues with this community and their what I regard as a political ideology that has come to control the community, really. So, okay, what happened? Thursday night was an unusually popular event. Normally there's like 20-ish people that show up, but this past Thursday there was like 42 people signed up. There's probably 50 people there. And I had a totally normal experience. It was busy, but I played not very well. I went 1 and 2, played some friendlies, and hung out for like an hour, left at like 9:30. Nothing interesting happened whatsoever for me. Until about half an hour later, I receive a text from a friend, or somebody who used to be a friend years and years ago. I have not heard from this person in a long time. And the second I saw a message from this person, I knew what was going on. I knew that somewhere in that event, somebody who I don't know, or maybe do know, somebody who knew me saw that I was there. They saw Matt Denny, the transphobic whatever. They saw me, and apparently they got the wheels turning on this thing again, right? And I received a text the next day that said I'm banned. I'm banned from attending. There was an event I was going to go to today. I would be there right now. It's almost noon. I was going to go there today. It's called Titan 2. It's a Smash tournament. I was signed up. They gave me my money back. They said, no, you're not allowed to come. Why? Well, because of episode 141, titled Thoughts I'm Thinking. It contains transphobic language. Transphobic ideas were expressed. I expressed transphobic ideas. So I'll leave it up to you, the viewer, whoever this is, if you give a shit, to go and listen to number 141. Tell me if you think I was transphobic. I guess that's up to how you define that word, but anyway, I didn't do anything to anyone at this event. What happened was somebody went and dug up from 6 months ago, right? So a video I put out 6 months ago is now the reason that I'm banned today, or this past Thursday, right? 2 days ago. So I haven't offended anybody in person. I've been very polite because I knew this kind of thing was coming. I've been on my best behavior at all these events. I'm nice to everybody. I don't start political arguments. I never talk about the subject anywhere except for on my channel and with friends, where I'm allowed to talk about things with friends, right? But at these events, I've been very politically correct. I've kept my thoughts to myself, as you should, right? I'm not complaining about that. I posted a video on my YouTube channel, which has 50 subscribers. Nobody watches these videos. But apparently, I'm not even allowed to post videos in my own little corner of the internet, right? I have this little tiny slice of the internet that nobody has to go to. Most of my videos get like 10 views. You know, they get no views, right? Because what am I doing? I'm just literally just... This is not even edited. This is shitty quality content. It's not even good content. Nobody watches this except when they see me at an event. And this is the other thing. I don't know who was unsafe, right? I got a message from this person saying that I make people feel unsafe. I am making people feel unsafe, right? That's... What's crazy to me is that somebody I don't know, who I will never know, I'll never know who started this. They're not going to tell me. I have no right to face my accuser. This isn't American justice. This is, you know, I don't know what you call this. This is, somebody started this chain of events, and then my name got brought up in a group chat or some Discord server or something, somewhere. You know, my name's discussed. They discuss in their little cabal, and then they tell the guy who runs the event, I don't want to bring his name into this. I'm not mad at him, by the way, if he ever watches this video. No beef with that guy, because I think he has been caught in a situation that it would be tough for anybody, obviously. But I didn't do anything wrong. That's my main thing. I haven't done anything wrong. I post videos on a YouTube channel that nobody has to look at. Nobody does look at it until they need to ban me. That's really what's funny. And the other thing is, I'm just saying things that I think almost everybody on planet Earth agrees with. It's only to this minority of people who have become, you know, I've been making videos about this. I've been talking about this forever. There's a political left-wing ideology that I believe took over the left-wing party of the United States. I used to be in that party when I was younger, until I've witnessed the chaos that is brought upon by blah, 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 blah. You guys have all heard this 1,000 times. Everybody's heard this 1,000 times. We're all used to this conversation by now. Here's my most radical of positions. I don't think a male who identifies as a woman is a woman. That's it. That is the crime. That's the thought crime. That's why I'm banned. You know? I haven't, by the way, said this to any of these so-called trans women at these events. And there are, for some reason, in the gaming community, in the Melee community, there does seem to be a higher percentage of transgender individuals compared to the overall population. Why is that? We don't have to talk about it, but it's true. 9%, if you go to the 2024 Super Smash Bros. Top 100 ranking, and you count, because I counted this, 9 out of 100 are males who identify as women. That's 9%. That is much higher than the national population. So something is happening, all I'm saying, something is happening within either Melee or gaming or the fighting game community that for some reason, it's not that it's drawing them in, but there's a correlation here, right? It would be statistically impossible otherwise. This isn't a conspiracy, this is just a fact. 9 out of 100, right? That's a high ratio compared to the overall population. So you can see why this community would have an issue with me, for example. Like, it makes sense that what I'm saying would be especially offensive to the Melee community. I get that. I understand that. We don't have to be friends. Just let me attend events. That's really it. I just want to go to an event with a controller and play a video game. I don't want to argue with anybody. I don't want to talk shit. If anybody wants to talk shit and argue with me, I will happily do that outside of the event. I'm willing to meet up with anybody. This is, you know, it sucks being kicked out of this. It hurts my feelings. Nobody gives a fuck about my feelings, right? It's all about inclusivity. It's all about making people feel safe. I go to these events. I don't know who in this crowd is staring at me from across the room thinking, man, fuck that guy. Like, I know that when I go to these events that there's going to be somebody there who just wants me out. Doesn't that make me feel unsafe, right? Why? I haven't done anything to anybody. a community that we all know, if you have paid attention over the past couple years to what's going on with this community, we've had scandals over and over again about people grooming kids. There's been like sexual assault. There's been crazy shit going on. We have Bill Cosby level like rape going on in this community, right? I didn't do any of that shit. I haven't done any of that. I have been on good behavior, great behavior compared to that stuff, right? My crime is speech, and it's not even speech at an event. My crime is speech in a YouTube video. This video will get what, 10 views, 50 views? My most viewed video has 500 views, right? That is practically non-existent in internet terms, right? I barely exist on the internet, but I'm not even allowed to talk here in this video, in this box here. I'm not even allowed to put this data on the internet and also attend events. That's the rule. That is the rule that this community has decided on. Is it fair? No, I don't think it's fair. I feel I am being treated unfairly. I know the arguments. Matt, you're making people feel unsafe. There's going to be transgender women there who are going to feel like you're denying their existence. You're making them feel unsafe. You represent an ideology that is harming them. You represent, like, I've heard every single argument. Like, is this really what we want this community to be? Do we want this to be a place where I'm still going to watch events. I'm still going to pay attention to the scene. I'm still going to participate online. I'll attend online events. I'll play online. I'm still going to, there's still a lot I'm going to do for this community. I'm still interested in the game. I still think it's the best game I've ever played. I always love playing Super Smash Bros. Melee. I have since I was a kid, and I will never stop. I'm going to be playing this game when I'm 50 years old. And am I still going to be dealing with this bullshit? Am I going to go to an event when I'm 45, and there's going to be somebody there who's like, ooh, it's the transphobe, we can't have him here? Or are we going to be over this by now, right? And again, what I am saying is common sense. Whether you believe in God, whether you believe in evolution, let's say God made humanity, right? Do you think that God accidentally put a female soul in a male body? Is that what happens? That's what you think happened? God fucked up? Whoops, messed that one up. No, that's crazy. That's a fairy tale. Nobody believes that, right? Let's say you don't believe in God. Evolution. How did we get here? Well, we're a sexually reproducing species. You're either male or female, right? And then we can get into the details of what gender dysphoria is and what it means to have some sort of developmental process from being in the womb where you get exposed to certain kind of hormones, or certain brain structures form or don't form, or something gets misaligned, and maybe you have some crossed wires that makes you experience what you would call gender dysphoria. And in that case, we can have a serious conversation about what this is. But that's not what's happening here in these conversations. This is a political ideology that doesn't give a fuck about science. There's no such thing as science to this community. There's no such thing as the science here. The science doesn't back up what's happening in this community. It doesn't. The science is on my side on this one. I'm just saying what's real. I'm just telling the truth. I'm only saying things that are true on a tiny YouTube channel in the corner of the internet, and I'm not allowed to attend events. So you tell me what's going on here. You tell me if you think this is fair. I don't like it. It makes me sad because I feel like I've been rejected from a community. I don't know who there hates me, doesn't hate me. I don't know who is involved in this process. I have no idea who is involved in the decision-making process to get me banned, right? I don't know what is going on here. I don't know who's talking shit. Is there a Discord server? How did this guy in Oregon know about this, right? I attended an event that had an unusually large amount of people there, and then 30 minutes later, after I leave the event, I get a text from somebody in another state talking to me about how I'm making people feel unsafe. So clearly, there's some back channel shit going on here, right? And then I get a text from the guy who runs the event the next day saying you're banned. Like, this isn't paranoia. This is, people are truly talking about me behind my back. Nobody confronts me in real life. The person who feels unsafe never says anything, right? Matt, you're too scary. Do you know how uncomfortable it would be to have somebody? These are marginalized people on the. Like, I get it. I'm clearly terrifying. I'm the scary. I'm the oppressor here, right? The white man. I'm the demon. I must be cast out. And the crazy thing is, most people agree with me. Most people, they're just too quiet. They don't want to stand up for me because they'll just get kicked out too. So it's just up to me to be the one asshole, I guess. Fuck. Yeah, it doesn't feel good. It actually really hurts to be banned like this. Receiving text messages that tell you that we've decided as a community to force you out. Do you know how that feels? It feels awful. It literally makes me depressed, right? Fortunately, I have friends. This morning, I worked out with friends in the sunlight outside. We had a great morning. I feel okay right now. Yesterday, I felt like shit all day because it makes you feel like shit. And then, yeah, I get it. Matt, how do you think you're making the transgender people feel by denying their existence? Bro, how do I put this in a funny way? Why can't a trans woman just be a femboy? How about that? Or a twink? Why can't they just be... Yeah, I get it. They have to feel like they're a woman, right? I still think if you're sucking a dick, it's gay. If you suck a dick, you're gay. If you're a guy and you suck a dick, you're gay. That's a fact. That's a fact of life. It doesn't matter if it's a girl's dick or a feminine dick. Sucking a dick is gay. I think that that's true. Okay? And it sounds ridiculous to even... Why am I even saying it? But it's because... Fucking... You know why it is. There's no such thing. This is a fairy tale. There's no... Sex is gender. Gender is sex. There's no isolated... I get it. Gender's a social construct. Look, go back to my 100 videos. I've talked about this every which way. I'm a programmer. I think critically about concepts, about ideas. I see man and woman as these are like variables in the programming language of our universe, in the language we speak, right? I think they have to be defined. I think you need to... If you lose that definition, people start doing wild shit, like cutting their nuts off. That's wild shit. That's crazy. I mean, yeah, again, we can get into conversations about details and specifics, but the number of nut removal surgeries is on the rise in the US, which is, if we're considering metrics of success as a country, is that something we want on the rise? You know, everything else is on the rise. Alcoholism, drug abuse, suicidality, depression, anxiety, right? Do you think these things are correlated? Probably. Everything's connected here, right? I'm out of my mind. I'm going off the rails here. But this kind of... What is this community doing? They talk about this... They talk about inclusivity, but I am excluded. They talk about feeling safe. Do you know what kind of paranoia it makes you feel when you go to an event? Like, if I go to one of these things, I meet somebody for the first time, and I don't know if they already think that I'm an asshole. They already know I'm the transphobic asshole. Like, I have run into this situation now a couple times where I'll talk to somebody and I can tell that they're being like distant, like they're trying not to talk to me, or they're trying... And look, I'm not socially retarded. I get it. Like, it makes you paranoid when you don't know who's against you in this weird ideological battle. And if it was up to me, if we lived in a liberal society, as I would like to live in, we could just hang out and disagree. I could show up to the event. I go, hey, I don't think the thing that you guys think is the thing, right? And then we just play the video game. We don't have to agree on everything. God damn. We don't have to agree on these things. We can just both exist. You can think that sucking a dick is not gay if it's a woman's dick. You're allowed to think that. I'm gonna say, nah, that's still gay. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. You're allowed to do that. I have no problems with that. You do you. Right? You do you. I'll do me. You do you. Yeah, I get worked up about this. There's a reason I make these videos. So... yeah, I guess I'm banned. So 19 minutes, 20-minute video. It sucks. You guys can tell me that I'm emotionally unstable or out of my mind or in a state of distress, but I feel all right now. I've been doing all right. 2025 has been a good year. 2024 wasn't bad. Life has been going okay for me overall. Things are kind of getting in order finally, in a big way. Many things are going okay. But yeah, this just came out of nowhere. Big event. I was gonna go to this event today. Somebody at this event, just somebody in that crowd, there's 50 people there on Thursday, somebody saw me, and then this became their thing. And then they pulled up a video that night, apparently, 6 months ago. Like, they see me, they go to my YouTube channel, maybe they Google me, or they knew I had a channel, then they go back, they find it, they go, haha. I mean, it is, the things I say in episode 141 are indeed, by their definition, transphobic. So yeah, they have done what I expected them to do, essentially, right? So I hope that the community grows out of it. I'm not apologizing for this. I'm not going to change my mind unless somebody convinces me that a transgender woman is a woman. You could convince me. I don't know how you're going to do that. I don't know how. I think with some, some of them are very convincing. Some of them are almost passing. But in the end, they got a dick or they got a fake vagina. They can't have kids. But again, we're in this argument. What about women who can't have kids, Matt? Are they not women? We're stuck arguing it's the craziest argument that has ever existed, I think. It's probably the craziest argument that humanity has ever argued over. What is a woman? What is a man? I mean, go look at my other videos. I don't want to get down this rabbit hole, but I'm not backing down on this. I'm not going to apologize and say, my bad, I changed my mind, because that's what they want me to do, right? Here's what could happen. I could put out a video today. This could be the video that titled, My Apology, My Bad. And I go, look, I've been reflecting, and I've realized that actually transgender women are women. And I believe that in my heart. I could say that, right? And they would let me back in eventually, as long as I showed proper contrition. If I was genuinely contrite and I truly changed my core values, right? And then I started to believe a trans woman was a woman, right? If I believed that, what would happen? Well, I've discussed that in previous videos as well. I think if you're in the programming language of reality, if you set those variables that way, you're gonna die, practically. I mean, not instantly, but you're gonna create a world around yourself that will destroy you and the people around you and your society. And I think we're seeing a little bit of that, and now, oh my God, Matt, what a conspiracy theorist. You're going off the rails again. I know. Look at what's happening. Look at what happens to these people. You can't be a male and block your testosterone and inject yourself with estrogen. And, that it's at best a risky gambit. At best. But I think it's how men and women both have testosterone, but men especially. And it is associated with happiness, really, because our happiness is a function of our movement towards the things we want in life. If you feel like you're moving towards what you want, then you're going to be happier. If you feel like you're not moving towards what you want, you're going to be unhappier. There's a connection here between anxiety and happiness and the state of your universe, the state of your internal universe, right? This is all connected to your hormones, to your testosterone. When you succeed, testosterone goes up. When you fail, testosterone goes down. So if you're automatically lowering your testosterone with chemicals that you're injecting into your body with exogenous chemicals, you're messing up this, like, the primary hormonal motivators of your being. These are the things we focus on. This is why we talk about working out, eating healthy, sunlight. It's all connected. Everything is connected. This argument is connected to everything. Everything. All right, this video was not one of my best, but I'm just documenting. I wanted to document this moment in time. I wanted to say what happened and how I feel about it right now. Today is February 8th, 2025. I would have been at a Smash event right now, but I was forbidden. So I wanted to make this video to just document it and explain what happened in case anybody gives a shit. So there you go. Bye.